Hi, we're Richard and Jackie, and we are Early Retirement Wanderlust.
We've just got back from a 4-week road trip around Arizona and Utah, and we want to share with you some of the adventures that we had in Zion National Park and Sedona.
Yeah. Hopefully this will be the last time that we're actually sat in our little makeshift bedsit doing our filming. We've been back for, 3 days. We've hit the ground running a little bit with lots of renovations already.
It'll be nice to get back into a normal house.
Yes.
So back to the America trip. Zion National Park. Everywhere we went, everyone recommended that we went to Zion, and we'd left a little window in our schedule, so we booked a hotel and we headed up there.
Not without trepidation though. We went to the Grand Canyon, as you'll have seen in our past videos, where there was heavy snow. Zion National Park is higher up, further up into Utah. We thought we'd escaped all of the snow in our Mustang, but as we were driving over, we'd looked at the weather forecast for Zion National Park, that was fine, but as we were driving over, we didn't realise you had to climb before you dropped down into Zion.
But it was absolutely beautiful, and the mixed weather really made for a good few days in the national park. We had a great time. The first day it was really wet, but we knew we'd got limited time, so we just had to get out there and do it.
Yeah, luckily we'd packed our waterproofs. We hiked to Emerald Pools, which was highly recommended. We got to the top of the highest pool.
The wet conditions made the second day even more brilliant because we had sun.
Yes, we wanted to do a hike called Angel's Landing. It's one of the most iconic hikes in Zion National Park. Because it's so busy, you can't just go up there. You have to enter into a lottery to book a slot. So we were thinking it's middle of winter or the end of winter. We should have a good chance.
And not a chance. So we put in for 3 bids during the course of the day and we couldn't get there. But we made it up to the viewing point, Scouts Lookout, and it was beautiful. It was a really nice walk. It was steep. It was exciting. It was exhilarating. Bothering deer, yeah.
After our couple of days up at Zion National Park, we headed back through Page and to another highly anticipated destination. Everyone else that we kept bumping into said Sedona was the place to be, and we'd booked 3 nights there.
We were really excited about it, and the weather was with us. Sedona is like nothing else you've really seen. It is just red rock city, and there are these monstrous red rocks. It was because it was so good for the first couple of days. We had loads of fun finding our inner child again and just climbing and scrambling and doing all the silly things.
Most of them are quite sheer when you get close up, but you can find little pathways to make your way up scrambling. Scrambling up, not so bad.
Scrambling down, not happy with that. And Jackie just seemingly keeps going higher and higher and higher to more and more exposed places. And I get more and more jittery, knowing that we've got to climb down. And then Jackie realises at some point we've actually got to climb down, and she hates down climbing. And that's all part of the fun. The trails were really well marked. They were really accessible. Sedona was really, really busy.
Yes, much busier than we anticipated. But we were there the first weekend or the first week of spring break. The locals said that it does stay busy for most of the year, but it was slightly busier than normal.
And we were just delighted because one of the things that Sedona is renowned for is a strange concept of vortexes around these red rocks. And as we were setting off on our first day, heading up one of the red rocks, we actually witnessed one of these little mini vortexes spinning around, and it was quite surreal.
It was, yeah. It was like a little mini cyclone. I mean, I don't think the vortex is actually the mini cyclone. I think you're supposed to feel you're in a Zen from being by the rocks. They were pretty chilled out.
And then probably one of the final pluses for us is that we found the most unbelievable and authentic barbecue joint that was probably a 2-minute walk from our hotel. So consequently, we were regular visitors there. I think we ate there every night. It was just really good to have good, low and slow barbecue.
Well, the first night was quite expensive. We sampled all the meats and had a platter. But I did notice on the first night that between 4 and 5, it was happy hour. So a plate was $5 for whatever you chose to eat, and margaritas were $5. I was happy.
So therefore, there was no coincidence that our walks finished round about 4 o'clock every day.
Morning.
Morning.
So we are on our way home finally after 4 weeks, but I think it's going to be the world's longest day.
Yeah, we've got a fair old drive down to Phoenix and then a monster 11-hour flight, and then probably the hardest bit of the journey once we got back in the UK.
We've got to get from Heathrow Airport up to Manchester. Luckily the strikes are today and Saturday, and we land on a Friday, so fingers crossed that everything goes okay.
So definitely a day of trains, planes and automobiles. See you later.
Bye.